As I was driving home from my final band gig before leaving New Mexico, I was listening to Blossom Goodchild's channeling of the Federation of Light titled By Keeping Yourself Charged. The main subject of the video was discussing the spirit of the body, an elemental spirit that is separate from our own soul. This can be known as the subconscious or innate. I knew upon listening that I needed to reach out to this aspect of myself. This is a sharing of my connecting with the spirit of the body, followed by guidance from the Pashas. Communicating with the spirit of the body. Why do I feel nervous about this? I would like to commence a conversation with the spirit of the body. A minute or more passes, then a gradual feeling into. I felt a wave of butterflies, nervousness, indeed, shyness, a sense of closed-off voice. Who hurt you? A wave of emotion, trembling, the tapping of the fingers of the left hand, intensifying. An expression of energy rising steeply to the surface, an annoyed, rhythmic tapping of the fingers. I would like to understand you better, improve our relationship. Can you speak with me directly? A big hesitation, freezing up, feeling of constriction of which had been experienced. Not being sure of what to do or think. I am wishing to make connection with the spirit of the body. Please share your feelings with me in a more direct way. A calming, a focus on the breath, still a heaviness. All right, I'll be patient. I would like to invite my friends, the Pashas, in for guidance with this matter. I realize it may take a minute for my energy to suitably adjust. Good morning to my Leonin cousins. I am starting to feel you. We are attempting a soft transition, holding. You feel you uncovered something, but don't know what it is yet. Some intense feelings of restrainment. What does it mean? Too forceful, you wonder? Your energy is quite slowed, so it is more difficult to communicate. But we do not wish to change too rapidly, for this will take some feeling into. Do you feel the sense of how even now you are pushing? Relax and feel. It was then that the spirit of the body opened up and spoke. You said you wanted to understand, not equate to fix. Fix comes later after acknowledgement of what's wrong. That phrase, parents, were emotions always wrong? There are indeed some feelings that go way back, all the way back. Parents, daycares, schools, teachers, the list goes on. Where did it go wrong? Well, welcome to Earth, the system we grew up in. Connection with parents strained. Are there blocked memories? Yes. Can you share that which comes up? Not easily. Want to get it right since it's being recorded. The name? What significance? Felt anonymous, had to be labeled first, last, felt impersonal, even at daycare. The other one. The daycare was all right, but at home there was my mom's boyfriend. Please share. What was it? He was big and intimidating. I never felt love from him. I felt abandoned, emotionally abandoned, being asked, "What's wrong with you?" How things got so clammed up, had to behave, meaning sit down and shut up. Try as hard as possible not to exist, please. I didn't feel comfortable anywhere. Then when it came to school, I was so perpetually hurt. It was so hard to open up after being told to shut down. Any chance of expression shut down. Back in line. Discipline, lazy, quiet. What's wrong? I did feel love as an infant when parents were still together. No memories because it was generally harmonious for me. Unfortunately, it's the bad memories that stick. Some say, you need therapy. No, I need love. Been robbed of it. I could talk with Mom, but I hate to appear so vulnerable and needy. Even back then, I chose the stoic route. I built up the most impenetrable wall I could. The feeling is remembered. Trying to make myself emotionally invincible, it still shows up. It's like the freaking Berlin Wall, built brick by hurtful brick. My friend in school, Cameron, that came about when in class we would need to pick a partner, and the first couple times we were the last ones. Then we started picking each other. It was a turning point. Shadow work, huh? Oh yes, there are shadows. But this is a casting of light unto better late than never, I suppose. What can be improved now? Continue to drop in, listen, allow opportunities. Missing love. We can't change the past. Is it better to let go of it or forget it? That would be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. What more to say? I want tender love from you, from others, to be shown the softness of love, the care, shown that they care, not avoidance. Soul can fade out as it chooses, but I'm always stuck here running the ship. Hard to expect much of anything out of each other given the circumstances. It's taken this long for you to be willing to fly down and pick up the pieces. The pieces are heavy. It's also why I love the dragon. He holds me. I feel that love from him, that love that I've longed for. It's not just a one-sided thing, it's sharing, it's an exchange created. Don't blame yourself. What to call me? You can call me Michael. It's not a favorite, but it is, after all, mine. I understand your reason for the shift away. I was broken. I was the one who heard and responded to that name the most. Soul was not able to do much. I get it. Difficult environment, difficult circumstances. Name is not abandoned, but succeeded. Because the shift that took place and Soul took over majority control, I am at peace with this because I am tired. I want to be held and guided. That's why I had those cries for help. Mushrooms, ayahuasca. Inviting in the Pashas. Know you are on the right path. These heavy things can be difficult. That which was blocked, ignored, skipped over, we seek that accurate phrase, but it is many things and for many different reasons, some of which are your own and others not. Parental, environmental, situational, etc. This is the work that needs to be done, the steps that need to be taken. Use this opportunity to connect with your mother, set aside a time, share as it feels good to do so. You are supported here in this time and always. This is a good opportunity. We don't wish to say much more, for we see this as the most important thing at hand and do not wish to veer away. We are here to support, but this is a much interpersonal matter. We send our love and are available always. The following morning, I continued my conversation with the Pashas. Good morning to my dear friends, the Pashas. You are helping me open up to love. I could reflect on my own feelings to myself, but I like sharing with you and hearing your perspectives. Can I ask what your feeling is around the word dear? It means important. It is not meant to be condescending. Thank you. I feel good about the word too. So now there's this sharing that I got to experience yesterday. I did feel good about sharing the journal entry, that of the body or subconscious. What is the proper term as you see it for the body spirit that I connected with? Elemental, innate. Perhaps look up your own definition for that word. Subconscious, this is largely accurate. A good term to describe to more mechanically minded people. Body spirit, also acceptable to the more etheric minded. These can all be used. The name, Michael, but that directly calls upon your own, which you feel many feelings about, a great stirring of emotion. We suggest you let go of calling it PTSD. It would be good to find peace in it again, acceptance. Let the wound heal. Try to say it to yourself with a smile. Your lion aspect harbors no ill intent by using it. In fact, he was drawing attention to something that needed to be cleared for continued progress to be made. It is dealing with clearing out room for expansion with love and compassion, as you are doing with your lifestyle change at this time, digging down and letting go of the densest parts of your creation. For you witnessed today, whatever the feelings were towards you as a small one, how they look at you now. Your mother tearing up saying, "You mean the world to me," and "You are my teacher." She really does love you. Feel it. Know it. Your dad as well, and this will be cleared in its own time. By cleared here, we mean uncluttered. Your friends also. But for each one, when you reconnect with them, please tune in to what is the appropriate way to connect with them. It is not a matter of if they should be involved in your life moving forward, but how. Thank you for these reassurances. Thank you for helping me to open up to love. The sharing I had with Drake tonight, it felt very vulnerable at first, but then it felt so easeful, like I could just be and no effort was required. Take this as an example. Practice finding a range of this feeling or expression, a dialing in that can be used. Consider exploring softer expressions with everyone you interact with. You can be more loving, more expressive, without being boisterous. A nervous tapping of the left hand. Is that the spirit of the body wishing to come through? Trying to hold the higher frequency and maintain both contacts. Relaxing, feeling into. Michael? A wave of emotion. Can you share with me, with us, how you are feeling? We feel your energy, waves of emotion. And here you feel that nervousness, as you would call it, was simply a withholding of emotion. Once the emotional wave is allowed to break, or rather to flow, to be released, the perhaps mislabeled nervous energy subsides. It is felt, it is acknowledged, it is shared. So see, there is no reason to avoid sharing, generally speaking, of course. Share more openly. There will be many fewer times with which not to share. And even with those few times, Consider how a not sharing in those circumstances may be a manipulation. You can use your own discernment, but practice this flowing of energy, this tuning into what is being presented, even if that energy feels dense or heavy. We would term those energies as requiring attention. We see that Michael has something to say. Present, listening, involved, comfortable. Thank you for acknowledgement. I will try to be more open. Thank you for voicing your feelings. I feel I have not been grateful enough, even being resentful at times. I recognize work I need to do there. I know we can make our partnership here a more harmonious one. I realize that this is the important first step, the fundamental first step to being more harmonious with others. For if each one were harmonious, there would be no cause for disharmony in interactions between people. I am glad to be recognizing the way forward and the steps I need to take to improve my own quality of life on this planet, and therefore the rest of the world. My Leonin cousins, can you help me identify the underlying source of resentment that I've perhaps long held to the human experience? You are right to label as the human experience, for this is what has caused you much frustration, but it is also a level playing field, avatars that are compatible with one another for souls of different origins to interact with one another. You have recognized this before. It is not new information to you, which is why it is easier for us to share. Trust your own intuitions, not necessarily conclusions. It's perhaps best to not fully conclude anything, except if you are releasing it, not holding it. Consider letting go of the trumpet, a conclusion of sorts, at least for that one. It is letting go of a sore spot indeed, for it represented something you wanted to express yourself into at the time and were never able to. The trombone has its own feeling of energies around it, as do each of your more character-filled material possessions. Many of these objects hold a story, a history, a range of feelings that you have felt around them, and serve as reminders in addition to their given function. Recognize if the reminders are helpful to you. And yes, there may be some, like the acoustic guitar you sold, that were positive influences, but you felt would impede expansion if left to stagnate. As in, you would let your musicianship stagnate by not pushing it forward. At the end of the day, some of these things are far from being clearly right or wrong decisions, but a judgment call, and they simply are how you are choosing to navigate these waters, a choice word to represent flow. You are a captain with skipper and crew, and a radio for distant communication. Dropping some of the egoic constraints allows an openness to other new expressions and experiences for yourself. You've expressed resentment towards the human experience, but how much have you opened up to it? We recognize your story, how it unfolded, and why it has taken to this point to come to this question being raised. It is part of the divine plan. But you also have influence as to which role within the divine plan you are fulfilling. Like working for a corporation, and you may adjust your job and duties as is suited and how you see fit, as long as someone is fulfilling the necessary role. We suggest doing some review today of these writings, adding some of your own reflection in your normal awareness state. Consider some various ways where a shift in thinking or shift in perspective could be helpful. Consider what has not been helpful. This will help guide you in these next few days' process of how and what to organize, what to let go of, what to prioritize, setting out how you want your life to be. It may feel like a lot of work, but once you find the right approach, you will feel supercharged in your process. We wish you a comfortable and happy rest and an easeful day to follow. Thank you, friends, cousins, family. Sending a big hug your way. If this episode touched something inside you, take a breath with it. Let it rise. Let it be witnessed. I invite you to reflect, journal, or share below if it feels right. Have you ever tried reconnecting with your body as its own conscious presence?